happy Tuesday. We're so excited to be starting off your evening. I'm Rebecca Wallace.
And I'm Caden Williams. You're watching NewsWatch Ole Miss.
I cannot believe that we're in October already.
Oh, I know. Times are flying fast, but I'm excited for some cooler weather.
Well, with that being said, let's take a look at our current conditions with weather anchor Veronica Flores.
Yes, right now in Oxford, we're looking at a temperature of around 79 degrees. The sun has been playing peekaboo with us a little bit, but it's out right now. We've seen the clouds set in a little bit today and go away. We had a bit of fog this morning, and our humidity is looking at around 63% right now, and we're feeling the effects of that right now with a bit of a breeze. But I'll have a more in-depth report on our weather later in the show. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Veronica. Well, first day of October is today, and Ole Miss has plans for you.
Wake Up Wednesday, held by the Student Activities Association, will take place in the Union Plaza from 11 p.m. to 1 p.m. The event will allow you to make your own custom loaded tea.
And as you can see, on Thursday, a test prep and songwriting workshop will be held at the Johnson Commons Center and the Music Building, so be sure to sign up.
And finally, for Friday, the UM internship program deadline for Phase 1 arrives. If you're looking for an internship or looking to get a little more information about internships, this could be something for you. All information regarding these events can be found on the forum. Speaking of events, are you looking for an adventure? Campus Recreation Outdoors is organizing an exciting whitewater rafting trip to Montgomery's brand new man-made river rapids.
Whether you're an experienced paddler or a beginner, this is something for everyone. It kicks off Saturday with a full day on the water. Don't miss out on this thrilling opportunity. Historian
Susan Gaunt Stearns presents When the South Was West, the Mississippi and the Founding of the Nation. Stearns delves into a fascinating moment in 1789 when a young Andrew Jackson pledged to the allegiance to Spain at the Mississippi River. She explores how control of the river impacted Western expansion, trade, and the early development of the Deep South. Stearns, an associate professor at Ole Miss, is the author of Empire of Commerce. The South Talk lecture is free and open to the public.
The Leading Difficult Decision workshop tomorrow will discuss leading potentially difficult discussions, such as themes of race and inclusivity. The event is open to all Ole Miss faculty and graduate students and will take place from 12 to 1 p.m. in the Johnson Commons.
Tomorrow at 6 p.m. in the Johnson Commons Ballroom, there will be a 2024 James H. Meredith Lecture Series. The event features Donzalee Abernathy and is hosted by the Black Student Union, Department of Journalism, Center for the Study of Southern Culture, and Department of African American Studies.
In other news, the Academy of Student Pharmacists will hold Operation Immunization for flu shots on campus, October 8th, 22nd, and 24th at various locations.
Please bring your Ole Miss ID and prescription insurance. If you don't have the insurance, the flu shot will cost $40 and will be charged to your bursar account. Don't miss your chance to stay healthy this flu season.
Well, here's an exciting story. The Mississippi State Fair is scheduled to run October 3rd through October 14th in Jackson.
Well, here's something even better. There will be over 100 food vendors. Fairgoers will be able to experience the taste of the Dixie National Rodeo, pageantry, livestock, and even a family circus.
Some important details to make note of. At 9 p.m., any guest under the age of 18 must be accompanied by a legal adult.
And anyone entering the fairgrounds will be required to throw security, and for women carry any type of bag or purse. Make sure to check the website to ensure it meets the requirements.
Well, for some news that will be affecting us all, the Jackson Avenue Center West entrance will be closed October 5th to the 6th. The Jackson Avenue Center decided to temporarily close due to the nature of the work, involving heavy steel demolition taking over the west entrance and exit. Barricades will be placed at the west entrance, and signs will direct traffic to use the east entrance.
Coming up on, we will have Mr. and Miss Ole Miss in the studio.
NewsWatch will be right back after the break.
I would tell all the hotties, it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to open up. It's okay to be honest about how you're feeling. But the people who are meant to listen, they'll be with you for life. And those are the people you need to care about. Those are the people you need to open up to. Those are the people that you need to allow to open up to you. We love each other, hotties, so definitely keep reaching out to your friends and check on each other and love on each other, because that's what we about, love.
She's got a smile that it seems to me reminds me of childhood memories where everything was as fresh as the bright blue sky. Now and then when I see her face, she takes me away to that special place. And if I stared too long, I'd probably break down and cry. Oh, sweet child of mine.
Since 2000, speeding has killed a classroom of our children.
Oh,
Shame on you.
sweet love of mine.
You can never control the consequences if you speed.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed.
Welcome back to NewsWatch Ole Miss.
Here is NewsWatch's Alexia Andrzejczyk with your 4 good minutes.
Hello, my name is Alexia Andrzejczyk, and we're back with another 4 Good Minutes. And today I'm joined by Mr. and Miss Ole Miss. So can you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves?
I'm Dakota White. I'm getting to serve as Mr. Ole Miss this year.
Yeah, and my name's Betsy Weiss, and I'm Miss Ole Miss.
Awesome. We're so glad to have you all here in the studio with us today. So can you tell us a little bit about what your role as Mr. and Miss Ole Miss looks like?
Yeah, so in these 2 roles, we're getting to do a lot of cool, wonderful things, but I think the most important one is the philanthropic efforts that we're going to get to do. Not only our individual philanthropies, but getting to work in tandem with each other. You know, part of the criteria to run was you had to select a philanthropy, and you know, I selected Love Packs and Betsy selected Crew, and so we're going to get to come up with a project in collaboration, but also continue our individual efforts.
I think that's what's cool about getting to do Mr. Ole Miss is that it doesn't just stop at the game this past Saturday. We get to keep doing it through the whole year, and that's really special. And so I think in the past they've also worked a little bit with the foundation. You can speak a little bit maybe at visit days for new students. So there's little things and there's big things that we get to do, and I'm personally excited for all of it.
That's so awesome. Can you guys tell me a little bit more about what your philanthropy is going to be this year?
Yeah, I know I, for my campaign, worked with Crew. They're basically a research center on our campus that partners with different communities kind of in Mississippi and in the South to basically bring them university resources to help them solve their problems. A lot of the work they've done is with food insecurity. So I feel like no one had kind of heard of them before. I personally hadn't either. And so I just kind of tried to raise awareness of the work that they're doing, and then also raise some funds to start a student fund for like more student work in their space.
Yeah. And I got to work with Oxford Love Packs, and so they're a nonprofit that provides supplemental food for kids in the school system that can't necessarily afford those meals. A lot of what I've gotten to do during the campaign was got to volunteer with them and kind of help deliver those love packs. Those go out weekly on Wednesday, and so got to kind of go to their headquarters and pack up some of the packs with them, but also send them off. So that was really cool. But they also work a lot primarily with food insecurity, but more so within the Oxford Lafayette community, you know, in the school system. So
That's so awesome. Those are such great causes to be able to support and work with this year. And you guys are just truly doing some amazing work. And I know that this is a year-long commitment, but homecoming weekend was obviously a big deal for y'all. Do you guys have a favorite moment from this past weekend?
I really loved, we got to go down on the field, just the two of us, right before they announced us, about halfway through the second half. So we were on the field kind of all of the second half and all of halftime. And that was just so surreal to it felt like I was in the game and I could just look up and see the stripe out. And it was just surreal. And then to watch all the other court that we had gotten to know this past week, the maids and the athletic and the M Club maids and King and Queen, watching them walk down, and we were straight eye line with them. So I could cheer them on as they walked past. That was also really cool and special.
That's amazing. What about you?
That is hard because
I'm sorry.
Said, I mean, the whole day, really the whole weekend was sort of like a rose-colored lenses experience. That I probably would have said that was an awesome part of the day. But honestly, I think probably my favorite part was everything that happened, but getting to do it with not only the other three, King, Queen, and then Betsy, because I've known them for so long, but just getting to know the maids and the rest of the court throughout the week, and I don't know, just getting to celebrate everybody together was, really special.
That's so awesome. So why did you guys choose to run this year?
I am a big believer in letting people know how you feel about something, usually when it's positive, but how you feel about something or how you feel about them, while you have the opportunity. And to get to do that, about Ole Miss, a place that has not only kind of molded me into, the man I am today, but to all the people who have helped me, the past 2 years. Maybe that's my friends or professors or different things I've been a part of, but to get to do that on such a large scale and just kind of shout your thanks from the rooftops, I think was the thing that drew me in most.
Yeah. I feel like for me, last year, I got to be a part of someone's campaign, and I honestly had dreaded it because I knew I would kind of do it beforehand, but I always thought campaigns were a little bit annoying, a little bit self-serving, and just could create tension among friends because it's always kind of the same type of people running. And then I got to work on hers and see how much fun it could be, and how she just genuinely used it as an opportunity to meet people right in front of her. And I kind of just hoped that if I had the chance to run, that I would get to do the same. And so that was kind of just motivation when I saw that it wasn't going to be completely self-serving and that it was an opportunity to just broaden my circles at Ole Miss and bring show some of the joy that I've gotten to experience here. I felt comfortable kind of stepping into that role.
Wow, that is so incredible. And then kind of building off of that, what do you guys want your legacies to be as this year's Mr. and Miss Ole Miss?
I haven't thought about that at all.
I haven't either.
I know it's kind of a big question.
Yeah, it's really crazy because I remember we would all be tabling, before anybody found out results, and it kind of your mindset was okay, we just get to the end, and of course you want to win, but it's we did this, and you're proud of that. And then we had this past week, and this last past week was fun, but also it was, we had a good amount of things to do as well. So I haven't necessarily thought about that in particular, but
I guess I just don't want to waste it, you know?
Yeah.
If there's anything anybody would want me to do, sign me up.
No, actually, seriously.
I would do anything small. It almost, I think, I've heard, in the past, that this role used to be something that was decided in the spring of your senior year. And so it was more than anything just a recognition. I think this was back in the 90s, I don't really know. But more recognition of what you've done up until then. And I think now that it's in the fall, and it's probably been in the fall for a while, there just is an opportunity to do things throughout the year. So I just hope I get to do something. I guess that's my legacy, is just even if it's doing something small.
Yeah.
Well, that's so amazing. Congratulations again to you both, and I can't wait to see what this year will hold for y'all. And that's it for 4 Good Minutes. Back to y'all at the desk.
Thank you, Alexa. Mr. and Miss Ole Miss isn't the only important elected position. The presidential election is approaching fast, and it's important to get out and vote. And to do that, you need to register.
Registration is simple and can either be done in person at your local circuit clerk's office or through the mail by downloading a voter registration form and mailing it in.
Mississippi residents must be registered to vote 30 days before an election, so the deadline is October 7th.
To register to vote in Mississippi, you must be at least 18 years of age, not declared mentally incompetent by a court, and not be convicted in Mississippi court of certain felonies.
Voting can be done early, both in person and through an absentee ballot. For more information like what will be on the ballot or where your polling location will be, please visit vote.org.
Speaking of, former President Donald Trump made a visit to Georgia yesterday, where he will be addressing supporters and meeting with key political figures. His visit comes as he deals with legal issues and gets ready for the 2024 election.
Meanwhile, Vice President Kamala Harris has shortened her campaign trip out west. Harris was originally scheduled for multiple stops, but her team has announced an early return to Washington for urgent regions. Let's take a look at what Harris had to say on the situation.
We will do everything in our power to help communities respond and recover. I plan to be on the ground as soon as possible, but as soon as possible without disrupting any emergency response operations, because that must be the highest priority. To everyone who has been impacted by this storm, and to all of those of you who are rightly feeling overwhelmed by the destruction and the loss, our nation is with you.
Now let's hand it over to our weather anchor, Veronica Flores, for an update on hurricane season.
Yes, thank you, Rebecca. So, as most of you know, Hurricane Helene has made significant damages and impacts across the U.S. We've seen a definite change. As you can see, it's definitely been sweeping across the nation. And as of yesterday, we have seen a total of 128 deaths. We are looking to see that death toll keep skyrocketing as more victims are being discovered. It's been definitely a devastating loss for a lot of people. A lot of homes have been damaged, and there has been just a severe, significant loss all across America. Already, there has been a tropical storm that is named. This is Tropical Storm Kirk, and as you can see right now, it is curving in the North Atlantic, which is far away from the U.S., so I don't think we have to worry about its impacts here just yet, but it is definitely being monitored, and it's strengthening and forming, but we'll have more information about that. And over the next week, we are expected to see 1 to 2 tropical storms forming and hitting similar areas that Hurricane Helene hit as well, but we're going to have to keep being updated on that and watching the storm and monitoring it. So I would encourage you to definitely look at your local outlets. But I'll have more with our 5-day forecast after the break.
How many letters?
5 letters.
Just think about, what am I doing right now?
Smile. Smile?
Uh-huh.
This is so easy.
Nobody likes to be stopped by the police, but if I'd seen her texting while driving and given her a ticket, it just might have saved her life.
Are you looking for more in this world? Then we are looking for you. The big-hearted, the bold, those driven by purpose. We are the Peace Corps, volunteers, partners, communities in more than 60 countries, bringing our experience, joy, and passion to building a better world together. Are you ready to serve boldly, to go the distance to make a difference? Then we have a place where you belong. Join us.
We are for places of awe and wonder. For monuments and stories that bind us together. We are the National Park Foundation, and with your support, we protect our country's most treasured places. For today and for always. Support today at nationalparks.org.
Elmer loves to giggle. Elmer's mommy taught him that laughing can help when you have a big feeling, like when you feel happy. Make sure to celebrate when you're happy.
Welcome back. I'm Veronica Flores. Let's get into today's current conditions. So as you can see, the sun is out. We're looking at temperatures of around 79 degrees, and we've had a small breeze, and it's very similar across northern Mississippi. We're looking at high 70s and low 80s. Nice temperatures out there. I'm definitely enjoying this weather. For tonight's forecast, we're going to see a dip in that temperature. We're looking at temperatures of 55, and that fog, just like we had this morning, is going to come back around, and a small chance of rain, but I don't really see that happening for us. Too bad. For tomorrow, again, we're staying in nice weather. We're going to have a temperature of 77 degrees. That sun is staying out, and so we're definitely going to have some good weather there. And it's very similar across northern Mississippi. As you can see, we're looking at nice temperatures. We're definitely going to be enjoying tomorrow. And you can see we're having some of this light precipitation over here, nothing that is affecting us too bad down here in Oxford. And for our 5-day forecast, as you can see, we're staying in the high 70s and low 80s. Definitely some good temperatures for this week. I'm definitely going to be enjoying this weather. I hope you will be too. But we'll have sports right after the break.
We are rebels. For more than 160 years, we've been accomplishing the impossible. From conducting the world's first lung transplant to helping prove Einstein was right. From preserving the past to saving the future. We are Mississippi's flagship university, a place where passion and learning unite, where friends become family, where small-town charm meets world-class innovation. We are the University of Mississippi. We are Ole Miss.
Another teenager, victim to fake pills. That smells like big crime that needs to be stopped. Before buying pills online, think about this. Should buying prescription pills be this easy?
Yeah, bro, I'm picking up. Same guy. I bet. Got you 5.
Think these pills are tested and safe? Think they're the same ones you get from a doctor? You know they're not. Did you know that fake prescription pills may contain fentanyl? And an amount small enough to fit on the tip of a pencil can be lethal. Listen. Before buying pills from social media, think again. Learn more at mcgruffpsa.org and go for real.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed.
Welcome back. I'm Claire Ulmer with Sports Watch. Well, as we all know, the Rebs received a tough loss against the Kentucky Wildcats this past Saturday. After the game, head coach Lane Kiffin talked to the reporters about the Rebels' mistakes in the game.
Yeah, I just told them that it's one of those, that you need to learn for all of football for however long you play. You got to close people out, man. You can't let people hang around because things happen, and people throw a go route on 4th and 7 and catch it, So you don't want to get to that point. You want to finish them off before that when we have the ball and have the lead. So you can't let people hang around, especially in this conference.
The Rebs are traveling to South Carolina this weekend to match up against another SEC opponent, the Gamecocks. It's almost time to be back in Swayze Field for the 2025 baseball season. You can now purchase or renew your season tickets at OleMissTix.com. To be entered for a chance to win a tour of the Rebels baseball facilities, buy or renew your tickets by October 15th. The Rebels will play 8 series at home this season with a special visit from Arkansas, Tennessee, Florida, Auburn, and Vanderbilt. Be sure to buy your tickets to cheer on the Rebels for their 2025 season. As Week 4 of the NFL season closes, we see who is a standout team and who is struggling to gain momentum.
The Lions and the Seahawks' offensive battle this week suggests that they could both be potential playoff candidates. The Lions' 42-29 win over the Seahawks ended their undefeated season, landing both teams at 3-1. Jared Goff's 18 completed passes for 292 yards and 2 touchdowns led the Lions to victory. And the Titans played Miami in a dominating 31-12 win. Tennessee only averaged 3.9 yards per play, but still won comfortably. Running back Tony Pollard ran for 88 yards on 22 carries. The Dolphins' offense struggled and will not have the return of Tagovailoa on back for 2 more weeks. And that's all I've got for Sports Watch, so follow us on Rebel_Watch for the latest sports updates. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Claire. Coming up, we will have NewsWatch reporter Logan Kennedy in the studio.
Stay tuned to hear about all of the Dancing with the Stars drama. NewsWatch Ole Miss will be right back.
Body to body, funky to funky, we know how to rock your party.
This is Michael. Today he is going to hit his girlfriend so hard, she ends up with permanent brain damage.
Funky to funky.
Dead in this vehicle. The girl is critical. They say the guy without the seatbelt did the damage.
No seatbelt, no excuse. From the Road Safety Authority.
Uh-oh, young Tommy is smoking a cigarette, creating his own smog cloud. Tommy's up to bat. Tommy smokes because he thinks it makes him look grown up. But watch what smoking does for him. That coughing is one thing. It keeps him from playing his best. You're out! Don't smoke. It doesn't make you grown up. It makes you a loser.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing that keeps us focused. A habit we never skip to clear our minds and elevate our performance.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game, to drown out the self-doubt and to support your mental health? Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and mental health. Discover the resources you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Welcome back to NewsWatch Ole Miss.
We are now joined with NewsWatch entertainment reporter Logan Kennedy.
Logan, what do you have for us today?
Well, recently I've been obsessed with Dancing with the Stars. Some of this season's contestants include 2 Olympians, Ilona Meyer and Steven Nadorczyk, NBA champion Dwight Howard, Jen Tran of The Bachelorette, and the infamous con artist Anna Delvey. The fake German heiress stirred up some drama with her elimination. After being asked what she had learned from the time on the show, Anna responded with just nothing. Her dancing partner, Urza Sosa, took to social media to call Anna's statement iconic. I mean, she is on house arrest and competed at the competition with an ankle monitor, so I'm not surprised she had a comeback statement. What do you guys think?
Well, I mean, I've never seen the show myself, so, I mean, all of this sounds entertaining to me, you know?
Yeah, well,
I've watched some of it before, but I haven't watched it in years, but I'm excited to hear about like what happens next.
I know. Well, this week's a bye week, but next week it'll be tuning in on Tuesday. So y'all definitely have to check in and see what the new drama is. Yes. But this season is getting big quick, and there are several.
Thank you, Logan. Well, that's all we have tonight. Tune in tomorrow. I'm Rebecca Wallace.
And I'm Caden Williams with your latest news.
And I'm reporter Logan Kennedy. NewsWatch Ole Miss, where we keep it live and keep it local.